I have always been a huge advocate for the environment and this incredible world we live in. There are many things you can do on a very small day-to-day basis to have a huge impact on the environment around you. You may even find that it's more budget-friendly and you save money. Low-energy light bulbs, for example, make a huge difference on the running costs of a home. When the electricity prices came to an all-time high in the UK and seemed to be only climbing, my family and I came up with new ways to save money, but also to help the environment. We would switch off lights when we weren't in the room. We would make sure that heating was isolated in only the rooms that we were using. We would also have unplugged evenings where we would switch off the lights in the whole house and just light candles. Of course, we would be safe and make sure the candles were extinguished before we left the rooms, but it would allow us to have beautiful candlelit dinners, evenings together. And instead of watching TV, we'd talk about our days and have conversations that perhaps we'd missed out on earlier in the week. These small steps really made a big impact, not only to our cost savings, but also in helping the environment. I'm also very aware of my carbon footprint. So I make choices in items of clothes I buy, plane travel. I always look to reduce my carbon footprint. It might not always be possible depending on the job or your day-to-day movements, but wherever possible, look at how you can reduce your own carbon footprint. Plant trees, give back to the environment. I also installed solar panels many years ago, and again, I'm using the natural resources of this amazing planet to help power my home, rather than drawing on man-made power. Wherever possible, try to shop sustainably. And by that, I mean, when you're in the supermarket, look at where the items are coming from. If you can, go to local food markets and buy from locally sourced farmers with produce that is grown or made in this country. Buying food that has flown a long way is not good for the environment. So think about buying food that's in season, as certain food types most certainly aren't in season all around the world, particularly in the UK. Reducing your meat and dairy intake is also a really great way to help the environment. You don't have to go full on vegan, but you can just eat more plant-based. I try to have at least 2 to 3 plant-based meals every day in my week and encourage my son and my husband to do the same. When you go shopping, take reusable bags rather than consuming plastic bags, as this plastic is so hard to eventually get rid of, and plastic can really destroy the environment. Try wherever possible to recycle and compost. This will really help the environment around you. If you can avoid driving in your car solo, this will help. So by that I mean use public transport, walk, cycle, or even carpool. This again will reduce the environmental impact that you have. Think about pre-loved, and by that I mean secondhand. So anything that you no longer wish to use that is still in a good state of repair, give to a charity shop or a pre-loved shop, which is what I like to call it, and shop in those places. I love looking at different pre-loved shops for finding bargains and beautiful items that I can love and give a new lease of life to. Electric vehicles are now becoming really popular, and it's also a consideration to give, particularly if you have to drive a lot, as this is a great way to help the environmental impact. At the end of the day, it's really important that you're happy and that your life works to the best way you can make it work. So if you can keep the environment at the back of your mind, then that would be utterly fantastic. But of course, more important is your health, your happiness, your family, and those that you love. If you can make small steps, it will make a huge difference to the environment and help protect it for our future children and their children. Practice what you preach and don't chew someone's ear off trying to make them environmentally friendly. It's probably not worth it. What steps do you take to help with the environment? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below.